woman dies, witnesses future, and unveils the fearsome reality of her near-death experience. Do you want to know what Octa experienced when she died during surgery, only to find herself in heaven, reunited with her beloved Father and surrounded by angels? Imagine the profound realization that our souls are eternal sparks of divine light, intricately connected to God, and that our departed loved ones continue to guide and support us from beyond. Yet, despite the bliss of heaven, Octa was compelled to return to earth, driven by a sense of purpose she had yet to fulfill. What if I told you that her near-death experience unveiled a fearsome reality that heaven is not a distant realm but a reality intertwined with our everyday lives, and that prayer, in its simplest form, has the power to transform the world? Stay tuned as Octa shares her extraordinary journey, offering insights into the nature of life, death, and the eternal power of love and hope. My name is Octa, and I'm from Ireland. I was born in Dublin and spent my early years there until about age 7 when we moved to Ballon. I loved it there as it brought me into the countryside. Seeing angels has been a normal and natural part of my life since childhood. From a young age, the angels informed me that there was something wrong with my stomach, though I never complained. Eventually, I visited a doctor upon their advice, leading to surgery where a significant portion of my intestines were removed. It was during this procedure that I died. Upon leaving my human body, I swiftly entered heaven. The transition was instantaneous and painless. It's challenging to put into words, but in that moment I felt perfect. I realized that despite the appearance of our physical bodies, our souls are sparks of divine light, intricately connected to God. In heaven, I encountered my beloved Father, who appeared as his younger self, wearing a hat adorned with flies he had made for fishing. The reunion was profoundly moving, as I embraced him, feeling the connection of two souls touching. One of the most profound realizations in heaven was that our loved ones aren't truly gone when their bodies pass away. They remain with us in spirit, offering guidance, love, and support. We need not wait until our own passing to feel their presence or receive their messages. After some time in heaven, I was told by God that I had to return to earth. He reminded me of the purpose I have yet to fulfill and encouraged me to stop hiding from him, a habit I confess to doing often. This experience taught me that heaven is not a distant realm but a reality intertwined with our everyday lives. Our souls are eternal, and the love of our departed loved ones continues to guide us, even from beyond. I had to return, though I didn't want to. Despite my love for my children, leaving them behind wasn't easy. I knew they'd be fine, as you only come back if your soulmate does. People often wonder why we return, expecting some grand purpose, but it's as simple as love, a concept mankind often fails to grasp. After nearly 2 weeks in intensive care, still reliant on a breathing machine, I vividly recall the surgeon's visits. Sometimes he'd simply hold my hand, a comforting gesture amidst the uncertainty. But what brought me solace was the presence of angels and unfamiliar souls surrounding my bed, a continuous procession that seemed endless. When I finally breathed on my own and the tubes were removed, the surgeon's astonishment was palpable. He couldn't believe I'd been gone for 10 minutes without sustaining brain damage. They couldn't explain how I'd been revived. After my recovery, I met Joe, a wonderful man whom I fell deeply in love with. Before we married, I confided in him about seeing angels, fearing his reaction. His response was unexpected, dismissing it as experiences reserved for priests and nuns. Despite my initial doubt, we married and built a life together, raising 4 children in a cozy cottage in Manu. Over time, Joe's health deteriorated. He underwent heart surgery, battled diabetes, and suffered strokes. I'll never forget the night I sensed his guardian angel by his bedside, foretelling his departure. As I watched his soul peacefully leave his body, I called for help, though I knew it was futile. Witnessing my son's futile attempts to revive him was heartbreaking, yet I couldn't bring myself to shatter his hope by declaring the inevitable truth. I'm often asked about prayer, and one thing I believe about it is its incredible power. I often use the phrase "it can move mountains" because it truly has the potential to change the world. If everyone prayed a little more, not just for themselves or their families but also for strangers, for those they don't know, imagine the impact. People often wonder how to pray. In truth, prayer is much simpler than we make it out to be. It doesn't require elaborate words or rituals. Prayer can be as simple as a single word, thought, or action. Whether it's standing on your head, dancing, swimming, or any other activity, if it comes from your soul and is filled with light and hope, it's a form of prayer. We all have the ability to contribute to the world's hope and love. Despite the challenges and negativity, the love and goodness in the world far outweigh them. If we all focused more on spreading hope and love, we could transform the world in an instant. I truly believe that. I've never asked God about my life's purpose because, to me, living life itself is the purpose. Life is a journey, and we shouldn't spend too much time worrying about what lies ahead. Instead, we should embrace the journey, no matter how difficult it may be. Life is a precious gift, and we should cherish every moment of it, experiencing as much as we possibly can with open hearts and minds.